Once the emperor of the Wei dynasty was going to hunt in river and ordered Gu Bai to prepare strong and fat horses. However, Gu Bai deliberately prepared weak horses. The emperor was very angry and said, "How dare you deceive me? I will definitely kill him when I return." Gu Bai's subordinates were all very afraid. Gu Bai told them, "Making the monarch disappointed during his outing is a minor crime. Not being prepared for war and defense is a major crime. Now there are enemies in both the south and the north who frequently harass the border. This is what I am most worried about. The fat horses I chose are all used to strengthen the army. This is something beneficial to the country. Today the blame lies with me and has nothing to do with you." When Emperor the Kind heard this, said with emotion, "Such a subject is truly a national treasure." When Lu Pin, the censor-in-chief of the Tang dynasty, was the prefect of Luzhou, there was a scholar named Mao Mao in Yuzhou. His literary talent was not very high, but he came to visit Lu Pin with his own works. Lu Pin praised this person many times. The younger generations in his family all thought that Lu Pin praised Mao Mao too much. Lu Pin said, "There are many heroic people in Bashu, but the son of this escort officer prefers literature. If he is not guided to make progress, his will decline. Because I have praised him, others will surely value him. In this way, there will be 3 or 5 fewer rebels in Bashu. Isn't it very good?" Fan Zhongyan always values integrity and talent when appointing scholars and is not constrained by minor faults. When he was a great general, most of the staff in his mansion were people who had been demoted but had not yet been reinstated. People found it very strange. Fan Zhongyan said, "Those who are talented and without faults will naturally be appointed by the court. As for those who are useful talents, if they are unfortunately punished due to incidents and if we do not take the opportunity to appoint them, they will become truly useless people." Therefore, Fan Zhongyan had many talented people under his command. After the Qin dynasty was defeated, captured Xianying city, many generals scrambled to plunder gold, silver, and treasures in the government offices. Only Mr. Xiao went to collect the laws and pictures left by the prime minister of the Qin dynasty and properly preserve them. Liu Bang was able to know in detail the number of households, the strength of power, and the hardships of the people in the strategic passes all over the world, all because of the materials collected by Mr. Xiao. He did not, like other generals, only see treasures. Instead, he saw the long-term value of materials such as Qin dynasty laws, regulations, and paintings. His act of collecting provided important support for the emperor and offered a crucial information foundation for the emperor's rule and campaigns. After the Qin dynasty destroyed the state of Zhao, the Zhuo family was to be relocated to Sichuan. The husband and wife pushed a cart and walked all the way. Almost all the families who were forced to migrate competed to bribe officials with their already very few possessions, hoping to be allowed to settle down in Jiaming County nearby. Only the Zhuo family said, "Although this place is close, the land is narrow and barren. I have heard that there is a fertile plain under Minshan Mountain. The grain there grows very well, and the people there are good at weaving cloth. Business is also easy to do. It is a very good place to make a living." So he took the initiative to ask to be relocated to the relatively distant Minshan Mountain. The Zhuo family mined and smelted iron and engaged in trade there, and eventually became extremely wealthy. The several princes of Emperor Mingzong of Tang all competed in extravagance and waste. Zhang Zhao presented a memorial stating the method of training the successor, saying, "Your Majesty's several princes should each be assigned a teacher and be made to lower their status to respect their teachers. Order them to record one thing every day, and by the end of a year there will be many recorded events. At the end of each month, let their teachers report these records to your Majesty. When the princes come to an audience, your Majesty can ask questions in person. If they can answer 5 out of 10 questions, it can be considered that they can understand the reasons for safety and danger and comprehend the principles of success and failure. This is the way to cultivate a successor. After the Qin dynasty was defeated, people all competed to seize gold, silver, and treasures. Only one person stored grain. Later, during the long-term war, the people could not cultivate the land, and the price of rice rose very high. So people used gold, silver, and treasures to buy grain from him. The wealth all returned to him. In peacetime, people often easily overlook potential risks and crises. He was able to think ahead of the impact that war would have on agricultural production and people's lives and actively stockpile grain. In such circumstances, gold, silver, and jewels cannot meet people's most basic survival needs and become less precious. Wealth loses its value during times of war, while his wealth is accumulated. During the years of the Song dynasty, the workers in the royal workshop thought that the gate lane was crooked and narrow and requested to straighten and widen it. The emperor believed that the gate lane was founded by the first emperor and there must be far-reaching considerations, so he did not permit the reconstruction. Later, many workers, because of their arduous work, harbored rebellious thoughts and wanted to rush out by taking up weapons. At that time, there was only one old soldier here. He closed the narrow gate to prevent them from coming out, and they couldn't get out at all. So all of them were captured. Comment. The millimeter-precise interval layout inside the cockpit of Boeing aircraft is also designed due to various experience summaries. Sometimes seemingly useless or even inconvenient arrangements actually contain designs that can save lives in emergencies. The layout of the gate lane ultimately played a crucial role in preventing the workers' rebellion, which reflects the practical value of inheriting traditional things. If we easily change the things left by our ancestors, we may destroy some potential favorable factors. Inheritance, on the other hand, can benefit from the wisdom contained in these traditional layouts at critical moments. One day, when the emperor passed by the back garden, he saw someone raising boars and asked, "What's the use of raising this?" The keeper said, "Since the first emperor, there has been an order to raise boars. They are raised from small to large. When they grow up, they are killed and then small ones are raised again. This has not changed for several generations and I don't know what it's for." So the emperor ordered the cancellation of this matter. More than a month later, someone who practiced sorcery was suddenly caught in the palace. People asked for pig's blood to pour on him to break the sorcery. In a hurry, pig's blood couldn't be found at all. Only then did the emperor realize the far-sightedness of his ancestors. Comment. The emperor easily ordered the cancellation of this tradition without understanding the use of raising boars. As a result, he realized its importance only when an emergency occurred. This shows that people cannot simply abandon traditions just because they don't understand or think they are useless for a while. Traditions may play an important role at critical moments.